Okay, well, and then obviously out of respect for everybody's time and those that are on, we appreciate, oh, Brighton, Colorado, great. Thank you for letting me know. That's awesome. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. And as always, we will be recording this as well. So this will be sent out to you guys afterwards. So feel free to watch it, share it, however you want to do. If there's any of your colleagues that couldn't make it today, certainly, again, we'd love to get that out there. But real quick, my name is Mark Jansen. I am the business development specialist here at Boomerang, and joined today with Stephany McGrandy, who is a marketing specialist here at Boomerang. And again, thrilled to be able to join you again. Like I said earlier, we're starting to do these once a month, and the ultimate goal really is just to connect with you guys, to share ideas, share strategies. Obviously, in our business, we work with thousands of real estate agents across the country, and we hear all the time of what's working, what's not working, how people are really growing their business. So ultimately, that's what we want, is we want to be a resource for you to share those ideas. So before we do get started, obviously the Q&A we will have at the end, and we'd love to get questions from you guys and comments and all of that. So I would encourage you guys, I know there's a chat function, there's also a Q&A where you can submit questions. If you guys do have questions, if you could submit them in that Q&A, that's just very helpful for us to manage them, to make sure we're obviously not missing anything. As you guys are aware, chats, tons of things can get going in there, sometimes get lost, and we certainly don't want to miss any questions that you guys may have. So if you could do that, that would be super helpful. But we'll go ahead and jump in. So today, our topic and our focus is really about building a brand, and then also standing out in a digital world, but doing it in very non-digital ways. And I know that's obviously kind of an interesting way to look at it, but obviously we are in a very digital world. Everybody's got phones. We want to be connecting that way. So we're going to look at a few other things, a few other options for you as we're kind of talking through the presentation today. So the first thing we want to talk about is brand. And obviously, I think that's a term that everybody knows, everybody understands what it means, but we really want to look at it from what it means to you and what it means for the real estate industry. While we were kind of building this presentation, I actually went and looked up the definition of brand. And certainly it was something I'd heard, but it kind of makes you think. And really, it comes down to the fact that it's a concept that helps people identify with a business, a product, an individual. It's not necessarily something that's like tangible that you can touch or feel, but it's something that shapes people's perceptions of these products, these individuals. And I love this slide because this picture here really, I mean, obviously these are very well-known brands, and you can look at these and without having to even think, you know exactly what they're selling, what their product is. You have a perception of these brands, whether you like it or not. You have, like I said, a perception of what it is immediately. And again, ultimately, that's what we want for you. We want, when people think of real estate, we want them to automatically think of you. And so that's the whole point and why it's important for you to start building that brand. But the question is then, how do you do that? And how do you start developing yourself as that brand? So many things are out there right now, again, going back to social, where it's, you need to be emailing more, you need to be posting more, tweeting more, Facebook, Instagram, all these things. You need to have a website, big, flashy, beautiful website, all these things. But while those are important and you absolutely need to have that, the problem is that everybody's doing that, right? So again, while it's important, what are you going to do in addition to that that's really going to help you stand out? That's going to help you rise above all that competition that is out there. Real estate, we all get it. It's a fairly basic formula, but people want to work with somebody that they know, somebody that they like, and somebody ultimately that they trust, right? So when you look about how do you build that trust? How do you build that relationship through social? And the easy answer is you really can't, right? I mean, there's pieces of it that are important to helping establish those. But when you really get down to it and you want to establish true lasting relationships, that needs to be done in other ways. So what we have done is obviously come up with 6 ideas that we can talk to you guys about, that we can share with you, that we know work. Again, these aren't the only 6, but certainly ones that I think if you're not doing, you should be considering. So the first one, well, first 2, I should say, really come down to phone communication. And obviously it's very simple, right? You can text or you can call somebody on the phone. But what I really want to focus on here is the progression of communication. And what that means is as you step things along, the more you do, the more impactful it is. So we can kind of start back and jump back into the social, right? Social is a very easy, quick, it's an effective way to communicate, but is it the most meaningful? One idea that we were kind of talking about is using social as a way to find reasons to communicate, but not necessarily using it as the means to communicate. So for example, maybe you set aside 30 minutes a day where you're going through your social channels and you're looking up all your contacts and you're finding things that are happening, life events, right? Whether it's birthdays, anniversaries, especially right now, this time of year, graduations, kids are graduating from high school and college. These are all really great excuses and reasons for you to connect with people. But instead of just making a comment on social and doing it with the 100 other people that are doing that same thing and getting lost, take it that next step further and actually text them, right? Reach out, say, hey, I was on social, I was on Facebook, I saw you're having a birthday, happy birthday, I saw your kid graduated, just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you, right? That extra step, that extra direct communication with them, they know you took that extra time to think about them. And then in addition to that, taking it one step further, right, is a phone call. Same type of strategy you can use to go through and do all these things through social, but then make that phone call. Again, it's one step further than a text. It's showing somebody that you actually are looking forward to speaking to them, whether you get them or not, and you leave a message, that's still very impactful. I like to think about my mom, right? And this is just a quick story is obviously, I'm sure it's probably the same for all of you. When I actually do take the time to call my mom as opposed to just text. I mean, text is very easy and I tend to do that a lot, but when I make the effort to actually have that conversation and reach out, it means so much more to them, to that person, because you're showing that you actually care. You're showing that extra effort. And again, it's not always about really what's easiest and quickest, but again, what's the most meaningful way. So our next topic that we had, and the next two, is really dealing with goodwill gestures. And we came up with a couple different options here. The first one is a pop by. And obviously over the last year or so, this has not been something that has been able to do, but things are starting to open back up. And I think especially now, people are, again, looking for that communication. They're looking for that connection that they've been missing for a year. So a pop by can be a really effective tool. Many of you guys probably follow, whether it's Ninja or $1 Million Listing or Buffini. This is actually a Buffini technique that he's very bullish on and really says this is the quickest and most effective way to generate referrals. And again, it's a very simple, whether you're popping by somebody's home, somebody's office, and just bringing some sort of small gift of appreciation. Again, it could be a little gift card. It could be nothing but cake. I mean, really, whatever it is, it's not necessarily the gift. It's the gesture that you actually, again, now you're progressing from a text to a phone call. Now you're driving to go see these people. That extra effort is going to make a very favorable impression with them. And then the last one is events and giveaways. Well, I shouldn't say last one within Goodwill Gestures, but this could be a couple different things. You know, for example, movie theaters are starting to open up again. So maybe you rent out an auditorium and you invite all your previous clients that you worked with to come watch a movie, invite their families. This is a great way. Again, now you're providing value to them. You're giving them something. You're there. You're able to have communication, conversations with them, build those relationships. But again, you're offering additional value. Or maybe it's some sort of a giveaway. You have tickets to a game that you want to give away. You pick 20 people in your database that you want to start calling, and you start calling down the line, right? First come, first serve. Maybe you get through 5 or 10 or even 15 people, nobody answers, and that 16th person answers. They say, yeah, I'd love the tickets. Great. Okay. They are feeling super appreciated. They got the tickets. They get to go to a game, but all 15 of the other people that you didn't give the tickets to are still going to feel that extra gesture that you reached out to them, that you offered them this opportunity. Again, it's all about that connection, making that extra effort to continue to build lasting, memorable relationships with your clients. The next section we have is direct mail, and I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Steph for this.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. So under direct mail, we have number 5, handwritten notes. And I think handwritten notes truly are a lost art that can really help you stand out. In fact, kind of what Mark was talking about with phone communication and taking that social media, going a step further by either texting or making that phone call. Well, you could even just simply send a handwritten note, whether it be that birthday, graduation, whatever you see events are happening in their life. So you can take that even further. And I know in ninja selling, they say actually to write 2 handwritten notes a day. And I think sometimes we tend to overcomplicate that by overthinking what to put in that note or in that card. And it can really just be something as simple as, maybe thinking of you or hope you're doing well, and just leaving it at that. But it's the fact that you've spent the time writing that out and then actually mailed them out. I know that when I go to my mailbox and I'm checking it, I see a lot of boring bills and everything like that. But I have an aunt who sends me cards pretty often, like almost once a month. And every time I get those cards, I am automatically smiling, and I just feel that like so great and having a good day, because now I know that she was thinking of me enough to actually send something to me in the mail. So I know that can really brighten a person's day. And in fact, Mark and I were even talking about how with his kids, him and his wife make them write out thank you notes after holidays and birthdays. And that just truly has an impact on people that they really appreciate that. So I know we kind of talked about the progression of communication with texts and calls. So just thinking about this, on average, a person receives 847 business emails a week, 54 text messages, and only 9 direct marketing mail pieces per week. So thinking about those numbers, where are you really going to be the most visible? And that's actually another solution that we have for you, and that is using Boomerang, really to help you stay top of mind. And this is one that can be automatic and turnkey solution for you, where you're going out of your way to give them that monthly gift of value that they can go out and use. But really, it's extremely time saving and not taking up your time at all. So just a little bit about how that works is we go out and partner with local restaurants and vendors, and we secure an offer to be put on that postcard sent out on behalf of you. And on our screen, you'll see this is just a few examples of some of the 1,700 plus business partners that we have worked with. And then just showing you what the cards will look like. On the front, you'll see the majority of that space will show what the offer is. So this is usually, something free, like a free scoop of ice cream or a buy one, get one. So they'll see that. And then your name and company name with the back, where you have a lot more customization with headshot, logo, contact information. You can even include a tagline in there with any slogan or something else to make you stand out. But basically now you know that your clients are getting these cards in the mail, and it's something that they can go out and use, redeem. It's something fun for them, something of high value, and then they're thinking of you and thanking you too. And just to cover our areas, we are always expanding our coverage. In fact, if you go to our website, you'll see an interactive map like this, and that's boomerangdm.com. But we are currently in 55 markets, so you can actually select the state, and then you'll see exactly what area we are in with these awesome offers to help you stay top of mind. And then summing it all up, really just bringing it back to what Mark was talking with the brand. So you are the brand. And one great thing about doing direct mail and sending out these Boomerang cards is that, on a monthly basis, they're actually walking to their mailbox, they're getting the card, they're going to have it in their hand, seeing your face, seeing your contact information, and that gives them a 75% more likely chance of actually recalling who you are. So you're really standing out that way. And then when it comes to all the 6 different ways that we did go over, I know that it wasn't anything, that was really mind blowing. They're actually very simple steps you can take, but the thing is, not many people are doing them at all. So really, if you're just picking 1 to 2 of the 6 that we went over today, you'll definitely be setting yourself apart, strengthening those relationships and creating that brand for you and making it even stronger. So that being said, Mark, do you want to see if we have any questions yet?
Yeah, we had one that came in. It was just regarding the frequency of the cards. I think you had said, mentioned once a month, but is that the only option? If you want to take that one.
Yeah. So monthly is definitely our most popular option. It truly is just set it and forget it. You know, it's going out each month. But that being said, we do have flexibility on that. And there is a every other month option as well to set up automatically. So there's definitely flexibility there. It does not have to be monthly.
Awesome. Yeah, and then one more just came in. How much is Boomerang? So if you're doing it monthly, it's only 87 cents a card. That includes postage mailed directly to your clients. So again, that is the only cost you're going to incur. There's no setup fees and design fees. There's no contracts, anything like that. So certainly a really affordable option. If you definitely do the every other month, it's a little more expensive at 97 cents a card, but still under a dollar, obviously very affordable for you. And again, the key there is it's streamlined for you, and you don't have to do anything. We do all that work. So any other questions? Again, I know we had a handful of people jump on. We certainly appreciate your time. Again, we'd love to hear feedback from you guys too. Again, this is obviously Boomerang is a piece of this, but certainly there's so many other opportunities for you guys to have these connections with people. I actually just had somebody comment that her clients love these and they take pictures of the cards to her. So again, that's really the key. Is it's a touch point for you. It's an easy way for you to stay connected, but provide value. Again, whether it's Boomerang, whether it's a pop by, whether it's some sort of an event or giveaway, the ultimate goal here is to figure out ways that you can set yourself apart, that you can stand out from all the other noise, all the other competition that's out there. And by doing these simple things, you are going to do that. You are going to be the one that people are thinking about when they're ready to list or buy. They're going to connect with you first because, again, you're the one that's been top of mind.
Yeah.
We did have a question here. It looks
Yeah.
like, is there a minimum amount either monthly or bi-monthly? So great question. Yes. So for Boomerang, our minimum is 50. So don't let that number scare you though. So if you have a database that's less than 50, we definitely have ways for you to kind of work around that. One being what we have is an unmailed card option, which is actually even cheaper than our mailed. And what that is we bulk ship 50 cards directly to you. And then when you get them, you can actually mail them out to the customers that you do have, and then have additional ones on hand, the extras on hand for you to network, to put in listing packets, open houses, all these things. It's a great tool to help grow your sphere because, again, now you're handing people, instead of just your business card, you're basically handing them a business card with something attached to it as well. So again, that's a great option. So if you have less than 50 people, don't let that scare you. We have really great options. And again, those monthly unmailed cards are only 67 cents a card. So even more affordable, $33.50 a month. One other question, there is no setup fee, correct? That is correct. We do not have a setup fee. So the only costs you're going to be incurring is the costs of however many cards that you're ordering for that month. So very, very simple, streamlined, low cost for you, but high value for your clients. That, again, is going to help you stay top of mind, stand out, and be memorable. Any other questions?
Looks like that was the last one in the chat. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking through the chat here. We have one that says, my clients live all over. Which market area do I select? So if you are in a place that has more than one market, you have the option to basically pick which market if you're doing an unmailed card. If you're doing mailed, our system automatically will mail your clients the closest offer to them. So that's a really neat functionality because, again, you don't have to do anything other than upload your database. Our system looks at their zip code and they will automatically get an offer that is closest and most convenient to them. So really, really cool way to connect. And that works out of state as well. So again, if you had a former client that moved to a different state where we have offers going, that is something our system will automatically trigger and send them a card in that area with your information on it. So very, very streamlined and effective way to do that. So anything else? Doesn't look like it at this point. Perfect. Well, again, guys, we will be recording this, sending it out. So feel free to share it. We definitely appreciate your time today. Certainly, again, we'll be trying to do these once a month, just trying to provide more value for you, things that you guys can think about, things that we hear that are working that we want to share with you. So obviously same, if you guys are having things that are super successful on your side and you are willing to share that with us, we would love to hear that too, because again, it's just very helpful for us as we're trying to be a resource, be a place where you guys can come and know you're going to get fresh ideas, get cool, unique things to try to help ultimately grow your business. So, we just had one other question come in. Does the unmailed card include postage? So the unmailed card does not include postage. So we bulk ship 50 cards that are do not include stamps on them directly to you. So again, you can put stamps on yourself once you receive them and mail them out, but that's also why they're cheaper. So instead of 87 cents a card, you're only paying 67 cents a card. Cool. Well, I believe that's it. So certainly we can hang on for another minute if there's anybody else that has a question they want to throw in there, but certainly appreciate your time today. And we will look forward to connecting with you guys in about another month. But again, our information is here as well. So feel free to email us directly if you would like to chat further. We would love to do that with you. So
yeah, thank you for joining.
We hope you guys have a great day.